My name is Sandra Sakponou. I'm from West Africa, Togo, living in Virginia Beach. I am the founder of the Speaker for a Change organization, the author of The Heart of a Warrior, The Grace of Love, and recently I became an co-author of a book called The Generation of Survivors. And it is a pleasure for me sitting here so that I can speak to you guys about what we have going on and how you can be a part of it. Be a mother of 5, 2 girls and 3 boys from age of 27, 19, 16, 11, and 9. The girls are the first ones, and the 3 boys are from age of 16 to 9. And also a grandma. My grandson is gonna be 2 years in February. Being a mother of 5, I say to myself, how I can leave a legacy that will lead my children. And that's how I come up, the founder of the Speaker for a Change, and also the Speaker for a Change that inspires and educates women. And recently I also launched another one that called Bring Them Out of Hiding, which inspire men, boys, men, anything that speak of masculine. That's how I launched the other one, which is an LLC, and the Speaker for a Change is an INC. When I first came to the United States, I do braid. I'm a beautician. Being a mother of 5, and I came as a married woman, and he's always on duty call, being a military. So I came up to convert my garage as a shop where I used to braid. And before that, I used to work at school with kids, because I am a mom and I know how to work with kids. But that wasn't enough. I decided to pursue to inspire myself and also to inspire others, and also for my children. Come from Africa. Sometimes we African women, we think we don't have a voice, and we always afraid to speak up. And that's how I'm like, okay, what can I do to inspire my women from home around the world? Being a victim, I started having some challenges. Being a woman, being a mother of stay home, and I thought kitchen was only my place. That's how I'm like, okay, things are not being the same anymore. And it gives me courage to come out of my shadow and to train my mind, educate myself more. That's how I became a motivational speaker. I have my certificate, being a trainer, a coach, and which led me to sit down today over here to speak to you guys and to motivate you to know that it's never too late for anyone. It doesn't matter your background. We all have a background. We all have something that will touch others when we come out and speak about it. So I am a coach, a trainer, a motivational speaker, and also being an author of books and more to come. No, I didn't go to motivational school, but what led me to become this woman you are seeing today, everything changed in 2013. Duty call as always. When my used to be my husband left us for 3 good years for duty call to go outside, and me and the kid, we stay here. But everything started very good. At it's November, let's say November 2013, tension started, name calling. It used to be like that sometimes, but I always say it's marriage. But the thing continued, and name calling, insults. When he called, no more peace. While I was taking care of 5 kids, I wake up every morning, and for him to call, I know wherever he's living at, he have his own problem going on. But I try to be that woman, that wife for him, but never get it. And it continues, and started being abusive words, and he never see the pain he was causing. And I start getting sick. I end up in emergency all the time, and been accumulating all those pain. I started having the colon inflammation, which they call here diverticulitis, and I couldn't eat. And I say, it's going on and on. Before that, I had twice stroke. And I'm like, no, this needs to stop. Seeing my children, and ambulance come all the time to pick me up. And the kid always say, is my mom gonna be okay? Is my mom gonna be okay? That's when I'm like, something needs to be done. And he didn't get it. But being African woman, I waited until he come home. And at that time, I don't have friends. I don't go anywhere. My place was the kitchen, my children. All I do it was inside me. And unless I'm in the shop braiding customers, and I don't even talk when I'm braiding customers, because the pain was so deep. But when he comes in 2014 June, the house was like a hell. I couldn't sleep. And no sex. I'm sorry, but no sex. You left your wife for 14 months. When you come home, the way he's supposed to approach me, I try. He came with taxi, and he sleep in the couch. And each time you're gonna hear phone calls early morning. And one day I went to beg him for sex. He whined me, and I'm like, wow. Till then, I didn't know what is going on, and I was trying to be that best and good woman. Because I don't talk, I don't call anybody to say I'm having this problem. And I said, okay, I'm gonna fix it. And that moment, the kid will receive their first communion. People are gonna come. How can I hold this? I don't want anyone to know what we are going through. Then his sister came, and he let it out, and they tried to stop the situation. They called my brother in Africa, the only person I can talk to, I can confide to. And he tried to speak to me, and I couldn't hold it. I cried the entire time, but I tried to make it peaceful so that the kid can enjoy their first communion, which we did, and he went back, thinking he's gonna stop, but nothing changed. That's when I started receiving that something needs to change. Something needs to change. I kept telling myself, something needs to change. But how can I change it? I'm kind of frustrated. When I call, he don't pick my call anymore. He kept telling people, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Which not true, because I'm not that type of person that run and say, help me, do this, do this. And one day I say to myself, I need to stop this for good. And what did I do? I started going to the gym. The day that I opened the gym door, it was like a new life for me. Just looking at those machines, I didn't even touch them. I just look at those machines, and it was like something was telling me, you are the right place. Just feel yourself, feel comfortable, and you welcome to the club. It's like I'm receiving the message. Then I say, okay, I'm an observer. I just look around what people are doing, even though I have never used those machines. And I'm like, okay, I just have to begin from somewhere. Then when I started the gym, everything started coming. And I started writing, and any feelings that I was receiving, even though I used to write from Africa, I started putting more and more and more. That's how I received my inspiration. And the motivation came from being a victim from so many places that I put together. I've been victimized at age of 15. I see myself pregnant, abused by those women who are supposed to embrace me. But I suffer in so many ways. But today, I ask God that moment, give me hope and change. Make me believe that there is a second chance for any human being on this earth. That will give me the courage to continue the journey ahead of me. And I say, okay, today I am living in the States. I have everything around me. That time at age of 15, I didn't have anything. I only have one top, one down. Sometimes I wait until people don't want the underwears. And I get it, I wash it, and I put it on. I used to sleep on the floor. But I survived. If I can survive that time, at age of 16, a baby, but that moment, all hope were not gone. I still have hope to do it. I put myself back in school, come back, breastfeed my baby. And today, no matter how hard it's gonna be, I can make it. I can do it. That's how I say I won't be a victim anymore. I'm gonna be a survivor, but not just a survivor that will keep my story to myself, but a survivor that will be on the stages, speaking to those people who says, I can do it. I cannot come out of this. Yes, you can. Speaker for a Change was found in 2016 when I was working on my first book. I don't even know. I pray all the time. I'm on my knees. Even I'm crying, I'm on my knees. I became a victim of domestic abuse. But throughout that, so many things happened. Receive call from family banish me because they use words verbally. My brother was my best friend. His name is Sandra Sakponou. I can share anything with him, and he's the only person that believes in me. When he asks me something and I say I didn't do it, he don't question me twice. When I was going through my domestic abuse, one day he called and I couldn't talk. For me to talk, I started crying. And he's like, what's wrong? And I said, I don't even know where to start. And he said, you can talk to me. And by talking to him was a release. And he's like, you can always count on me. May his soul rest in peace. And that brother died because he was sick. And that time he asked me for $140, but I didn't have it. And I blamed myself the entire time when he was gone. Even though other people gave it to him, I knew that he was sick since day one. I knew everything he was going through. He called me every day, every morning. He's gonna call to check on me. How's my situation? And for me to not be able to provide that money. The day he's gonna go to the hospital, I was on the phone with him until he went there, he checked in, and we spoke, and that's it. And they called me later and said my brother died. When I was trying to call because of the African network, it's not good. I lost my brother. And it was something deep down. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. And the abuse continued. A few months later, my mom died. I went home and I faced so many things. That time, the abuse was intense in my house. No money for me to cook. One day, I was in my period. Me who always have money, everything was gone. How? I don't know. Because when he left no money for me and the kid, I was spending everything I had. And my mom died. And I went home. And no one believed in me. They called me and say I'm ashamed. I'm a disgrace. This person will call. And that time I took a photo and my lingerie, because I started boxing in my body. I was building my body just to see how good I am. That photo my ex used, share it with everybody from Virginia, every house, Atlanta, France, all the way to the Togo, to my aunt that raised me, to tell them that I was doing prostitution. Something I couldn't defend myself. But how can I come out? Everything was here. Dealing with the death of my brother. Dealing with the death of my mom. I came home. That same night, I end up in the couch for 4 good months. Who can I run to? Nobody. And I was sleeping in the couch. But still, I'm a victim. Still, people still blaming me because I wasn't saying anything. And that time, a brother here, Sandra Sakponou, and his wife, Lydie Alakpini, is a big brother that respects Allah. I can go to him and his wife anytime. And my brother knew that I don't talk. He always tell his wife to question me to talk. But when my sister-in-law come, I can't talk a lot with Tata. And the Tata knew something was going on that I need to come out with. And one day she said, Sandra, ask yourself, how can you do it? It's a woman, she's a teacher. She knows how to talk to people. She's like a mentor to me. I can call her anytime. And that's how I started coming. Even though I was going to the gym, I'm still being ashamed of myself for the name calling. Am I a prostitute? Being a mother of 5. My children knew what is going on. And my daughter started cutting herself. My first one left the house. Don't want to come back, seeing me struggling, crying, and they don't want to talk. And one day she said, Mom, till when will you hold this? Do you want to die and know that and leave us? Before you know you are going through something, sometimes you sit in your room crying. It means like you don't have anybody to run to. But you can have somebody for yourself. That's the word that my daughter said. I looked at her and I didn't say anything. And one day I was in the shop braiding. And she came and started talking in our language. And she said, Mom, I'm still saying it. Don't think that when you became sick, you have hypertension, you're going to this, you're going to that, and your mind is not functioning well anymore. You have to think more. Then when my daughter said that, I said, for real, I have people to take care of. It's time for me to be me. And I pray over it and I say, God, if this is the road that you're going to trace for me, I'm writing a book. I don't have money. And that moment, I don't even know why Navy Fed gave me $5,000. This bank gave me money and I have all the credit card in my hand. And I say, I'm starved. I don't have money to feed myself. No food in the freezer. I used to feed people. I used to clothe people. My house was once like a refugee home. I've helped more than 15 people living in this country today. Some are in the military. But today, I want food I can't have. I have to run to a friend's house for food. Even my friend, the Haitian one, Natalie, and her husband became a part of my family. Mr. Paul always there for the kid, the boys. And Natalie always there. And say, my sir, my sister, what can I do to help? Just know that you have people. But I never said, our kids were friends that time. We're classmates. But how do they know I was going through this problem? Sometimes our silence talk. And one night, something just came and said, speak. When you speak, it's going to bring change. And I still have those words in my book. Because those are the things that changed me today. I put speak. I put change. Okay. Before I speak and make change, I had to bring it up. And I said, okay, bring it up, speak. I said, I cannot put bring. Then if I take the up and put it, it's gonna bring speak up. Then something needs to, and then I show my daughter, the little one, Ronisha. And Ronisha said, Mom, put 4. That's how I come up with the speaker for a change. And the speaker for a change, that time because I was going to a woman that was facing abuse, I said, okay, let me put it out there for any woman, any girls, because I've been a victim of rape at age of 14. So why not just defend all those girls as well throughout Speaker for a Change? Because that time no one couldn't hear my cry. Instead of protecting me, they put me in a room from 4 a.m. all the way to 9 a.m. Bruises all over my body. They were beating me for the baby to be aborted, but no one. So if I can speak through this, someone going through this can be saved, can come out and speak as well. So I say, girls and women, come together so we can speak up for a change. That's how I come up with the Speaker for a Change. The first book is The Heart of a Warrior. The Heart of a Warrior was everything. Everything was me. When I was putting it out there, it was what I was facing. I put quotes, poem, a lot. When I receive, I just put it out there. And everything that when you take The Heart of a Warrior and you read, you can also see your story in. When I was putting was me, but later on, it concerns all of us. It will build you. It will build the person sitting beside you. It's like a circle. We are all warriors. But how can we become those strong warriors? You have to build that heart. Who can put you out there to be that warrior? And I build that heart that cannot be broken again. So The Heart of a Warrior was my first book. Then I come out with The Rays of Love. The reason I said The Rays of Love was never there for me. I give a lot. I love people a lot. All you see in Sandra is love, smile. But deep down me, I need it. Being a girl at age of 2, given away, who never knew her parents, who never embraced her mom. A mother, I need that until I became a mother. Whoever knew me, I never let my children go anywhere, because it's like someone who hurt them the way they hurt me. When my daughter graduated from high school, it was difficult for me before I can say, okay, go. She's supposed to go to outside, but I said, no, there are so many universities around. I want to be able to see her all the time, to make sure that she's safe. I've come out of so many things with her. With my daughter, we suffer so much. There is something I never talk about. Being rejected. I have a daughter who also was rejected. But I say to her, I am here, and I will never let anything or anyone hurt her. So, for the race of love, I wasn't the only one that need that love. Everybody, some people, children that their mother, their parents was never around. Some of them, the parents are here, but they give them away. It's a type of slavery we never talk about. In the African soul, it's still going on. How can I use the race of love to tell someone out there that you are loved? It's still gonna be a little bit longer, but the love will come. Just surround yourself with people that will accept who you are, to love who you are, so that together we can build more people to love. Because love is something we all need every single day. If we cannot love who we are, we cannot reflect it to the world. So the race of love is about sharing what I've gone through as a young baby to teenager, in my marriage, and it continues. When I love more and I embrace people, those people are the ones that hurt me more. The third book is The Generational Survivor. It's an anthology, which 5 of us women, the beginning, started to share our hidden story. And my story in the book is the hidden tears. The hidden tears means those tears that I have shared in the past that I never ever talk about, never say anything about. I share it in the book. Those women as well, but we became 4 who launched the book, and the book was so powerful. And I encourage anyone, if you want to know more about the Heart of a Warrior, the Race of Love, and the Generational Survivor, make sure you check on my website at sandrasmotivation.com or speakerforachange.com, or you can also message me on my Facebook page at Sandras Motivational Coaching to order your copy, which I'm gonna sign and send it to you. The Generational Survivor, you can, if you purchase from Amazon, I won't get anything out of it because of the way they put everything. But please purchase the book from me and you will get satisfied. Thank you.